Hello YouTube, this is Texas Self-Reliant. Now today I'm going to do a video over somewhat of comms. It's what we do in our group to authenticate and help us, communicate better. And also what we've did was like, okay, you're going to meet people in your group at another location. What if those people at that location were compromised? Okay, if they don't answer, then you know just not to go. And the people that are there are going to want them to answer back when you call for them. Tell them, hey, we're down 2 miles out. And one way of saying, is it safe to still come, is what we did here to cover up the top, because this has important information. But I just written this one down. Okay, you pick words like that doesn't have the same letter in it, like tread, work light, Democrats and Republicans as examples. So the people at the, out there at an outpost, okay, you'll tell them, hey, authenticate Alpha 1 Delta, or no, Alpha 1 Alpha. So it'll be right here. A1, and everybody in your group's gonna have some, a piece of paper just like this. So the enemy, yeah, they're gonna see it. Okay, so this is what you do. You say Alpha. If it's clear, this is the part where you'll tell the people in your group. If it's clear, you say the letter after. If it's not clear, you say the letter before. So if, they're at gunpoint and, they're not going to say, hey, there's just somebody here with a gun to my head. They're going to set an ambush for y'all whenever you get here. So you say, okay. So what you'll do is, authenticate Alpha 1 Alpha. And then the person that's being hostage will say, authenticate, A1 Echo. So then after that, it'll be like, okay, well, 2 miles out, we'll be there within an hour or two. So the person that has the member of your team hostage is going to plan to set up an ambush. Okay, he's going to be here in 2 hours. Let's go ahead and set up our ambush. In reality, it's an ambush that you're walking into. So therefore, you're going to ambush the ambushers. You're either going to be there, before the time you said, to watch them all set up their ambush so you could do a counter ambush, or you're going to do, go on a different route to take them out, to try not to lose your guys that are there. And that's just something that, we had came up with. I come from a military family, so they've told me all types of stuff that they learned there. And then just the stories, and everything else. It just, it helps. So, like, you could do authenticate Bravo 1 Charlie, and the same thing, It's just, it helps you, because your lines are always going to probably be compromised. Depending on which radio you use, everybody's going to be able to find a way to listen in. Doesn't matter if you have the Cobra, like the business radios, the Belfanes. I also have the other ones, but they're on the charger now. And they're two ways. Everybody's going to hear these. Most people will hear these as well. The business, you can find a way to listen to them. If you have a scanner and stuff like that. Sorry about that. And also, rotate your channels. Every hour, switch to a different channel. Every 3 hours, switch to a channel. Each day, have a designated channel that just have more than one communications plan. So say you're on, okay, I'm not gonna tell you mine, but I'm just gonna read off. Okay, so for our Belfanes, we have, say you're on 253.35. Okay, in an hour, you're gonna switch it to 425, 400. Okay, 30 minutes before that, you're gonna switch it to 175, 300. Just have it set on what channels you're going to switch for every hour of the hour, every 30 minutes to the hour. It just helps keep your comm line secure, because it's going to be hard for them to keep switching through just to hear what you're saying. I mean, it does take a little bit of work, but once you get it down, it's just memory. But yeah, so I like that one about the authentication, and it helps you, like I said, it keeps you from walking into an ambush if your men are compromised. And it also, I think it's a really good idea. So, yeah, work with that. You know, you can use these. It's just you're using words that don't have the same letters in them. So, you know, like I said, like authenticate, it has 2 E's in it, 3 T's. So you want to use, like I said, tread. None of these are the same letters. Work light, none of them are the same letters. Democrats, Republicans, none of them are the same letters. So that way it'll be easier. And then you could have more than just A, B. You could have A, B, C, D. I just use these 2 as an example. But yeah. So tell me what you think. Do y'all have something like this for y'all's group, or are y'all even doing comms, which y'all should be? You know, especially with, you know, things going on, things are getting more heated. Y'all need to work on communications, especially communications, and water. I'm always going to say water just because that's a big thing for us here. Y'all need to get water. And yeah, like I said, work on y'all's communications, build y'all's groups. Y'all need to get out of the cities if y'all can. If y'all have, you know, friends, families that have acreages or just out in the country, you know, talk to them. Be like, hey, you know, could I set up maybe a small RV, small cargo trailer? Hell, even put a tent out there. Just, hey, can I keep a couple of tents in your storage or, you know, in your garage? So if something happens, I could just, you know, I'll have at least a roof over my head if they don't have enough room inside their house for you to stay. Yeah, just things like that. Just so that way, you know, when the balloon finally pops, you know, you have somewhere to go, and, you know, you can work out all the other details y'all need to work out. But as far as, you know, this is pretty much it for the communications. I just kept it real light and sweet. I got a new job, so I got to be there in about an hour. So hopefully it gets me more money to start doing better preps and getting more water. I'm supposed to be getting, we're looking into getting I think it was a 3,000 water container. So that'd be nice to have that here. It would take out a lot of stress for the water. But we also do have a friend with the well, and they said, you know, we're more than welcome to get there. And I always try to bring at least a dozen or 2 dozen eggs just for the trouble, you know, of us going over there and bugging them. She always says it's no trouble, but I just don't like, you know, getting a resource for somebody and not giving something back, or almost like a trade. You know, he doesn't have chickens, he has a lot of other animals, so I figured, hey, you know, we'll bring him some eggs, you know, fresh eggs. But yeah, anyways, off topics. So yeah, working as communications, y'all can use, like I said, y'all can use these here, or, you know, come up with some other ones and do kind of like, you know, authenticate, alpha 2, let's see, omega or something, you know. O, work forward, backwards. You could do the opposite. You don't have to do the forward or back. You know, if you tell your guys, if you're hostage, you know, go up 1, go back 2. You don't even have to do that. Like, okay, authenticate alpha. Somebody's, you know, they have you gunpoint. You know, the person on the other end is gonna ask for your authentication. You say authentication alpha 1 tango. And then you could either go up to alpha, you know, skip 2 alpha. All right, you know, that just means you're in trouble. Expect trouble once you get here. You know, you don't have to do one right after, you know, or one right behind it. You could go up 2 letters, up 3 letters to make it more, you know, oh, you know, it's bad, you know. Or you could even do the threat level. There's 1 person, you go up 1. There's, you know, a group with you, maybe you go up another 3. Just, you know, use this as right here. Use this as a study guide to, you know, change it up, do whatever you got to do, just so that way nothing bad happens, and you'll be able to counter their ambush, and hopefully you won't be in an ambush. So I hope this really helps. It helped us a lot. I mean, right now it's rule of law, so we're not really worrying about ambushes, but, you know, for somebody that doesn't know anything about this and that's trying to set you up and have your guys, you know, hostage, I feel this here, like 100% will help, you know, in times like that. So like, subscribe. If it's a good, you know, leave me some comments, you know, what you think about it. Try to spread this one around, because I feel, like I said, I feel this one is, you know, really good advice. Comes from people in the military. and it's worked for them. So if it works for them, it has, you know, pretty sure it's going to work for us. So just like and subscribe and tell me what you think. See you on the next video.